How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring another game in the Ohio. This one is a little different than the other ones that I would generally post, mainly in the sense that the build is slightly different. I basically only changed out one inspiration, and that is Haruna. I have swapped her out for Justinian Lyons, mainly because I was curious to see what it would be like to have a ridiculous fire chance on heals that, you have nearly on command because of the reload being so quick. I was also contemplating possibly trying to use this build on Hoshino because, we get one more heal and also one more secondary funny button because you have, Master Mechanic and fully packed. But the unfortunate thing is that Hoshino doesn't have Porcupine, so secondary range would have been even less, and the opportunities might have not been what it needed to be. And then on top of that, Porcupine giving you that accuracy that you kind of also need um, is sort of important. It's a lot of the reason why I don't quite like the German battle cruiser skill that gives you more DCPs, even though it gives you range. Not having the accuracy does kind of suck, but yeah, it is what it is. We decided to just go with Optimus Prime and do a small alteration to our build. And, this game is kind of the perfect example of, I guess, what exactly needs to happen as the Des Moines gets aim assisted over the island. Quite unfortunate for him, but also our RNG was, I guess, perfect enough that we could just double click our aim button, do a slight adjustment for lead, and dispersion took care of the rest. Enemy Heathen, two Montanas pushing towards this flank, kind of going to be difficult, but then again, we do have a bunch of islands that we can utilize to push in. Heathen turning in, gonna see if we can keep pushing and see if we can actually get both of our secondaries firing. Obviously, having a Heathen and two Montanas is kind of dangerous because all of them have 12 guns apiece. And, what is 3 times 12? 36. 36, 406 slash 410 millimeter guns, all focusing on one target. Not, definitely not going to be a good day. BA Montana just sitting there, not quite broadside enough that we can Citadel him, but we're going to try and do as much damage as we can, since we already have one stack of our plotting room, and, both of our secondaries are starting to shoot, but we haven't quite taken enough damage yet that our heal would be useful for both healing our ship, but also giving us that, I think right now mine is at 38% bonus for fire chance, and then the recent buff to also give you 8% more damage, which is also kind of spicy considering we do use running with scissors. If we push in close enough, activate our running with scissors, and also pop our heal, I mean, that's, what is 15 plus 8? 23% more damage, nearly on par with New Jersey's drill bits plus Don't You Just Love It skill. The potential is there, and we even already have our first stack of ledge mod because, we dev struck the Des Moines. Enemy Venezia in the middle of the map. Our rear turrets don't quite have the angle for the ships in front of us, so we might as well take a pot shot at the Venezia, who is kind of overextended in the middle of the map, and since we pushed far enough in, we could get our guns on him, and we are able to smash him. Unfortunately, our front guns don't load quick enough to get another shot, but that's more than good enough because Venezia is divisioned with Shimakaze, so kind of rather get rid of that division, especially considering that our destroyer is already dead. Less teamwork for the enemy team is better for us as we already have a Witherer and are, creeping up on 170,000 damage. We finish off the BA Montana and we get an Arsonist. Kind of really nasty how many fires we can actually set. I think having the fire rate and considering the high fire chance whenever we pop our heal does help so much, especially considering we want to compare this to something like Massachusetts, which we have tried in the past, but Massachusetts secondaries reloading in 6 seconds is so anemic, it's just kind of heartbreaking to think about that. And realistically why I haven't even touched it since Ohio came out. But yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing in. He's in kind of reversed far enough away that our secondaries couldn't hit him because of the island, and yeah, I mean, that's helping us out. Less ships shooting at us at once, and we can focus down whatever we really need to. Kind of hoping the Montana goes down. I'm still kind of pushing in. I pop my heal hoping that I take a bigger chunk of damage from Montana before he dies, but also trying to get as much fires as I can now that both of my secondaries are starting to shoot. We already have our high caliber, and yeah, that Heathen is now on a triple fire. He'll probably DCP that soon, and yeah, or rather there's a triple fire. He was on a double, now triple. I think we got one on the Montana earlier instead. But yeah, that is just nasty. And now that we have a triple fire, well, our heal is going to come back in 20 seconds, which is going to give us more than enough time to set Heathen on fire again. Well, if we were to take damage. And yeah, we get Heathen's front turret. Don't think we actually need to use our heal here. And we just use our secondary button, which also helps us get a fire because, well, the base chance is, I believe, 9% already. So that is more than good enough. Actually, it might be 7, but it could also be 9. I don't actually remember, but either way, if we, I mean, we realistically have 2 skills that buff our secondaries, and yeah, we just need to try and utilize them together, but if not, either way, it's still going to be pretty nasty, as we just had a very slow push down the flank and took care of 3 battleships. Our team not looking very good since they still have a Shimakaze, and realistically all we have is battleships and a cruiser, although it's not a radar cruiser, so chances of finding Shimakaze is basically nothing. And surprisingly, Shima left the cap. I'm not really sure why. He could have probably captured B and helped his team win by using you know, objectives and points, but he left the cap, and I mean, I guess we do have to be worried because now that we're unspotted, we're not sure if he's actually sailing towards me, trying to YOLO a full HP Ohio. So we do need to be careful of that. Although the 2 other battleships on the enemy team have gone into A and are basically, I guess, staying out of harm's way, trying to conserve their HP. Full HP GK, only now realistically getting into the battle. And, well, you're going to see he'll actually turn away and run. Super low HP GK, but that's not my concern right now. My concern is the Shimakaze. I need to figure out where he is. Torpedoes show up, only 3 and very slow, so we know that's Venezia Torps. Still waiting to figure out where their Shimakaze is. Probably in the smoke. Venezia gets spotted. We're not spotted. Might as well take a pot shot now, since we know Shima's not going to YOLO us. He's not in the objective. We weren't spotted, so we know he wasn't in front of us. So he's somewhere north, chasing our battleships in spawn. And a quick peek to our Yamato, or Musashi, whatever it was. We see all of the Shima Torps going after him. So Shima abandoned B. Instead of capping, he went to chase one of the battleships in our cap. GK and A decided to start running away instead of trying to support his team and really fight the one battleship that I guess he could possibly fight and have an advantage against, mainly because angled away GK has better firing angles than sailing towards. But he is now going towards where the Shima is. I guess it's the lemming train herd mentality. Gotta go where the destroyer is to have any sort of chance. Friendly battleship can't finish off the GK, so I will happily oblige since we are basically 1 kill away from a Kraken. And there it is. We're also very close to 300k, but unfortunately this GK is running away behind an island from us, and he's going to continue sailing flat broadside to the rest of our team. Ideally, GK would have had a chance had he turned left and basically kited toward the border. Probably would have been better, and probably what he probably wanted to do. Kite away and shoot, conserve HP as much as he can, but instead he's basically just sailing flat broadside in front of our whole team. Take a pot shot when he's half HP, and I mean, he lost all his HP that quickly. We do get the kill, but we're not actually over the 300k mark, unfortunately. All because GK wanted to run away and lose all of his HP in under a minute. It's, yeah, quite unfortunate. But at this point, we're going to just capture the objective and then try to, I guess, herd around the Shimakaze, keeping him away from objectives so we, I guess, win quicker on points rather than have to chase him around. But yeah, just going to fast forward this here because, well, all we do is sail around waiting for the match to end because Shima is, well, Shima-ing in our spawn. But anyway, this Justinian Lyons secondary build is kind of nasty if we're actually able to sustain long enough and use our heals in order to get all of those fires, especially if there's multiple and they're on both sides. We have set, 15 fires with just our secondaries, which is basically on par with some of the HE spam cruisers at legendary tier, and that was just our secondaries. I mean, we got a Witherer and an Arsonist. Probably could have gotten more if we were able to, I guess, finish them off without having our teammates nuke them. But yeah, I mean, Heathen and the Montana both suffered greatly. But yeah, that's the end of the match. Shima just kept driving away. I was hoping to get off like one shot and maybe have the opportunity to pass 300k again, but unfortunately not the case. Over 4k base XP, I guess fires will still give you XP, just not the actual secondary damage. And perhaps that might be something I need to look into and maybe even use with stuff like Schlieffen. Although Schlieffen is super scuffed now. Not sure if I'll even attempt it, but we'll see. And yeah, so secondary build with Optimus Prime and Arthas. Kind of interesting. I mean, I guess even if it wasn't our secondaries, we could also technically use our heal as a damage funny button to give us more damage on a Citadel on ships at range. For example, the Des Moines at the start. If we had gotten nuked or something for whatever reason, we could have popped our heal and gotten 8% more damage, nearly on par with something like drill bits. Kind of interesting. What would happen if we did New Jersey with both Justinian Lion and Arthas? Since Justinian Lion does give you more damage than Celiax does. Just pure funny button for Citadel damage. Curious what that would end up being. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more and share it with your friends. Or leave a comment down below on other ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, till next time, aloha.